You feel lost? How do I find myself? How do I find my purpose? Most of us don't know. Yet it feels like there's this constant pressure to have it all figured out, to make the right choices, pick the right career, maintain the right relationships, or become the right person. So how do you deal with this? How do you stop feeling lost in life? Imagine you're dropped in the middle of a desert with no map and no destination, and you're told to find your way home. It sounds impossible, right? So many places to go but no real direction. That's how life feels sometimes. As soon as we turn 18, people expect you to know. What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? But with so many options, how are you supposed to pick just one? And what if you fail? That's why it feels impossible to focus. How many times have you sat down to start something, a project, an assignment, or even a simple idea, but instead you pick up your phone, and an hour disappears, then another, and you're left wondering why you can't lock in. And it's not just that you're lazy or about procrastination either. It's about lacking a direction. When you don't know where you're going, every little distraction feels more important than the work in front of you. And that's why you feel lost. You don't know what you're moving towards.
Scene 17, take 2. Mark?
When I hit my 20s, I noticed something weird. The surprising amount of people that started running.
Marathons.
And I thought, why? Why does everyone suddenly think that running 42 kilometers is the cure to a quarter-life crisis? Then it hit me. People run marathons because they're a distraction. Just like when you pick up your phone when trying to lock in, you're distracting yourself from being present and focusing on the task in front of you. A marathon, on the other hand, is a distraction from your job, from your relationships, from the uncertainty of life. For 3 months, you wake up with a clear purpose. Every day is training. Every step has a meaning, because you know exactly what you're working toward. And because of that, you don't feel lost. But it's not always a marathon. Sometimes it's a vacation you booked months in advance, or counting down the days until summer, or even just the weekend. Think about how many people live their entire lives waiting for Friday, like the other 4 days don't even matter. We live for these checkpoints because they give us a reason to keep moving. We're addicted to finish lines, addicted to milestones. And while they can give you temporary fulfillment, it's not a solution. So what is? When Christopher Columbus sailed the Atlantic, he had no idea where he was going. But he believed that something was out there, and he kept sailing until he found it. Now, you're not Columbus, but you are navigating life the same way. Right now, you might not know your purpose. You might not know your destination, but you have to trust there's something out there. And one day, everything will work out. The anxiety you feel right now about not having it all figured out, it's temporary. Everyone is so obsessed with their goals and finding meaning, but the truth is, you don't always need one. Sometimes it's fine to slow down, to live in the present, notice the little things, because after all, that's all that really matters. We spend so much of our lives looking ahead. Deadlines, events, the marathon you've been training for, that we forget to live in the moment we're already in. You're lost in life because you keep grasping onto these things that haven't happened yet. But life is going to move forward either way. Your only job is to keep moving with it, day by day, step by step. Sometimes that's as simple as writing the first line down for a script you've been putting off. It feels mundane, but those small moments compound into something bigger. And when goals feel too big, they paralyze you. The fear of failure, the fear of making the wrong choice, it keeps you from even starting.
Now we're going to slow it down a little bit.
Now I'm sure you've heard the saying, life is a marathon. But I think it's more like training for a marathon without knowing the date. Imagine you knew you had a marathon coming up, but you didn't know when it was. You'd still train every day. You'd still prepare because you know the day will come. That's how you need to treat life. You don't know when things will click for you, but one day they will. And you'll look back and realize this is what I was preparing for all along.
Hi, me in 10 years. But by the time you see this, I'll have finished high school, gone to college, probably be doing YouTube as a job.
I'm sitting up in that hospital for 7 days just to decipher between the bullshit in my life and the direction I need to go in.
The Togas, baby, quad 5, homie. Togas.
The timing is different for everyone, which is why the only thing you can control is how you show up today.
I don't care about having a legacy. I don't care about being remembered. The most important thing to me is like, while I'm here, while we're having fun, while we're going to sleep and breathing oxygen and living life.
So stop obsessing over purpose. I'm not saying to live a life with no goals or ambitions. What I am saying is to stop asking, will this ever happen? Live like you already know it will.
Right now, I have 5.9 thousand subs right now.
Your only job is to show up every day, be present, and make small improvements. And that's the cure to feeling lost in life. Not finding some perfect purpose, not chasing finish lines, but trusting that if you keep moving forward, the path will reveal itself. Because maybe we're not lost in life because we don't have a purpose. Maybe it's because we don't know how to live without one.